Hey friends, welcome back to Small Group in 2020. Happy New Year to you. Today's topic had to do with recognizing God and how Jesus alone reveals God to us perfectly. And so, in keeping with the theme of recognition, for your icebreaker question, who would be a person in the world that you would be most flattered if they recognized you and called you by name and knew important details about your life? Who possibly out there, if they knew you, would that just bowl you over? You'd be flattered. And as a second question, have you ever had one of those awkward moments where you should recognize somebody in public, or they should have recognized you, but you didn't, and it led to an awkward social interaction? Maybe share a story along those lines and tell about what happened. Okay, let's dig in a little deeper. We have a problem in the world. The problem is that there are really, really heated disagreements about who God is that lead to global wars and crimes of all kinds, and on a daily basis to broken relationships. Some people are so specific about who they think God is that they can't tolerate anyone else's opinions. Other people take the position that they call tolerance, and they're so humble in their approach that they don't believe anyone could know anything specific about God. And we need some help. We need a resource that both shows us who God is and gives us humility as we talk with others about who He is. So here's three questions for a conversation for you. The first one is this. Let's talk a little bit about some beliefs that you have had about God in the past that you realized were wrong. How have your views of God changed? How has your view of God, as it's changed, become a resource for humility for you? So, did you ever have a view of God that led to damage or pain in some relationships? And how has that grown? And what have you learned? And as a kind of a question to go along with that, if your view of God has never changed, how might that be a pride problem rather than an information problem? Here's the second part of the discussion. Dig a little deeper into today's verses from the sermon. Specifically, reread John 1:18 and 1 John 4:12. Since so few people have seen God, what, according to these verses, is the role that Jesus plays and the role the church plays in revealing God to the world? How does Jesus do that? How do we do that? Let's make sure we've got a grasp from those two scriptures. And the last part is this. What specifically about Jesus of Nazareth has helped you to know God better? Which of his sayings, his actions, his interactions, his spiritual disciplines have helped you? How does holding your understanding of God's nature squarely in the frame of Jesus of Nazareth help you with such complexities about God as his justice and mercy, his love and his judgment, his holiness and his forgiveness? And let me share just one example from my life. Mark 9:38 to 41. Let me read these verses. A great moment in the life of Jesus. John, the apostle, comes up to Jesus and he says to him, "Teacher, we saw someone using your name to cast out demons, but we told him to stop because he wasn't in our group." I just love the way the New Living Translation puts that. He wasn't in our group, Jesus. He wasn't on our team. Jesus said, "Don't stop him. No one who performs a miracle in my name will soon be able to speak evil of me. Anyone who is not against us is for us. If anyone gives you even a cup of water because you belong to the Messiah, I tell you the truth, that person will surely be rewarded." For me as a younger person, this flew straight in the face of what I thought it meant to be loyal to God and faithful to Jesus. That we could accept someone, or at least tolerate them, because they were speaking well of Jesus. That just didn't seem to be enough grounds of commonality to fellowship somebody. But Jesus plainly says, and this is my Lord speaking from his lips, don't stop him. Anyone who is not against us is for us. This radically changed the way that I saw God and his love for us and his mission in the world, and how we interact with others with humility, even when we maybe believe some different specific things about who's in our group or who's not. So I hope that you'll be able to share some of your learnings tonight and grow with each other in this grace of seeing God through Jesus of Nazareth. God bless.